Another Architects video, lads. Woo! Lads, I didn't know this was dropping. I found out about this last night and we're here now.
Because the song is coming out tomorrow. They're dropping another song.
At the time of this recording, yeah.
Yeah, at the time of this recording, yeah, good shout out. But yeah.
House of Protection or Architects? Sorry.
Architects is dropping another song tomorrow.
What are they doing?
Featuring House of Protection.
Okay, going back to their earlier roots by the sound of things. We just read them anyway. This is a House of Protection coded video, for sure. Nice. Does Eric do vocals in House? Oh, he does. He does. He sings in some of the songs. Yeah. Oh. Let's start at where we finished on Monday. After I checked out Everything Ends, which was the 5th single of this album. And basically where I left that was, if you haven't seen that video already, I was mildly impressed with the song. It's a decent song. I've gone back to it a couple times. It's catchy for sure. It's not a fucking, like, it's not a song I'm going to remember in a year's time or even a couple months time when this whole album cycle finishes up. It's definitely not going to be one of those tracks, but it's definitely going to like fit nicely into the album from what I can see and where it actually fits in the album. Like, it does flow nicely and it's a nice cool down track after Black Hole. However, my confusion with it was just like Monday of release week, after the success of Black Hole and the ridiculous production value that was put into the video to build the hype with the album with Black Hole, and then on the Monday of release week they just drop a visualizer for a very like radio friendly track that doesn't really push any boundaries, and it's just a solid track. There's nothing to write home about. Like I said, will be forgotten about very quickly, whereas Black Hole is quite the opposite for me. I know some people have differing opinions. It is just a game of opinions at the end of the day, but that's where I left it on Monday. So I was already confused on Monday, having a new single to listen to that was rather underwhelming. And then this news hit me last night and I was like, they're dropping another single? There's no way. But then I seen House of Protection on this and I was like, okay, look, maybe this is all part of the grand plan. They drop a kind of like, you know, a track out of left field on Monday that's not very like heavy or anything like special, nothing too chaotic, just a nice filler track on the album. And then they drop the House of Protection feature, which should be huge because House of Protection have been on an absolute hot streak. If we're going to do like a graph with my hand, I've been like this, okay, with my hype for the album. It's been kind of going up and down with the releases. Then Black Hole went like this, like exponential curve upwards. And then Everything Ends was like, okay, maybe we got a little bit too extended here. Let's bring it back down to earth a little bit. And I don't know if I'm still leveled out. I don't know. Or if I like dipped again, because how have you managed to make an Architects and House of Protection song still sound like Bring Me the Horizon? Sorry, I need to get that out of my system. I've been holding that in. Look, man, I get it. Jordan Fish is involved. But the riffs in the verse, the tone of the guitars in the verses, just... I couldn't think of it when I was listening to it, and I had to listen to it a few more times. Obey by Bring Me the Horizon featuring Youngblood. It sounds very similar. Now, granted, it's a little bit more upbeat, and I didn't know how House of Protection were going to feature on this. So I was trying to like listen to see if there's any like nuance in it, and see if I could hear if it was maybe Arik that was doing the drumming from House of Protection. But I think he's just doing the vocal feature. Obviously, we could see in the visuals that it is Arik doing his feature, which I thought was really, really cool and did add like a new dynamic to it, because again, I was kind of in my mind expecting it to be Arik doing some kind of like a drum feature, but obviously he's doing the vocals and they sound really, really good. And that was probably my favorite part of the song. But it just, again, doesn't do much for me as a release week single. Yeah, there's a video there, but it's nowhere near the standard of Black Hole, and like obviously they've set a very high bar. Oh man, look, I'm still rooting for the band. Trying to be honest as well here, lads. The chorus, big miss for me as well. It might be a grower when I listen to it on the album, but probably my least favorite chorus from the 6 singles we've heard now, and I've loved some of those choruses, and this one is significantly lower in my estimations. But yeah, man, again, look, let's not beat around the bush here. This is so Jordan Fish coded again. It's obviously a little bit House of Protection coded as well. I could see, but again, if the visuals help, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy that does the House of Protection video visuals. So I'm just so conflicted on this album now, man. I'm literally left in this like, oh, I feel like there's a meme for this where someone's just like proper dazed. That's what I feel like with this release week. It's hard to talk about Architects without it being very divisive, because if you love their music, people seem to pile on and say like, oh my god, their new music sucks so much ass, like you're talking shit. And then if you strongly dislike it or just have anything opposing, it's like, bro, just go listen to the older albums. So I'm definitely in the middle, because I don't think it's the worst music in the world, but I do think to like how good Architects really are, like from an entire discography, and how good House of Protection are, this is the best they've come up with. It's not a bad song. It's just very Bring Me again. That's it. See you on Friday.